fundamentals. Fundamentals means concept. If we are thorough with first and second semester and third semester, it is Ayurvedic concept. Rest, all only extension of the same concept. And I'm sure this will definitely we have the we have the greatest advantage by having Krishnamurti with us, because he has got the ability to communicate the gist essence in the best possible manner, simplest possible manner. So on behalf of every one of you, I extend a very hearty welcome to Mr. Lakshmana Krishnamurti, professor of our Samsthan, to take charge for today's class. Welcome, Mr. Krishnamurti, sir.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. Just give me a moment.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. So you all can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think A.K. Jain sir had taken the revision class for Sem 1 and Sem 2 Ayurvedic Acupressure, right?
No, Krishnamurti, sir, I know, I had checked up. He has taken only TCM.
Okay.
Ayurvedic Acupressure is not it.
It is not taken. Achha, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go ahead with.
Okay. So I am thinking from what I should start. Okay, how many of you want this to be understood? Like the attributes and functions related to each element. How many of you want to understand this first? Or I should go to the next topic, which is say what each element means in the human body. Like what Akash means, what Agni means, what Man means in the human body.
The second option, sir.
Second option. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many of you type? Who wants 1? You type 1, and whoever wants 2, type 2.
Krishnamurti sir, actually in one that element, I had some confusion. I had sent a message also in the group. So please, if you can.
Okay, I will give you an opportunity to ask questions later. So please repeat that question. So I will try to answer it here because I don't remember. No, it is. No, there is possibility that I may have missed it. Okay. So I'm getting a mixed 1, 2. So looks like 2 is more. Okay.
Yes, should be 2.
Okay. Fine. So we'll take up the second option. Depending on time, if there is time, I'll come back to this first option. Okay. So we all know that we have these 10 elements, but what does it mean in terms of human body? Okay, say we have Akash, or we have Disha, or we have Man. Like, all of these things are in theory fine, we understand it. But when it comes to human body, what is Disha in human body? Or what is Akash in human body? What is Agni in human body? This we will try to understand. Okay, fine. So as much as possible, for all of whom it's possible, please do turn on your videos. So when I see your face, I'll be able to understand what is going in or bouncing above your head, all of those things. Okay. How many of you are here from first semester? Click on raise hand button. Sem 1. So fine, not many. Fine. So let's go one by one, and for all of you, I would recommend that you make notes while listening to the class, because by listening everything feels good, but if you have to recall, you may not be able to do it. Okay, fine. So Akash, Akash means what? Akash means what?
Space. Space.
Expansion.
Huh?
Expansion, expansive.
Space.
Boundary.
Expansion, expansive, space. Okay.
Boundary.
Boundary,
Cover.
outer
Cover.
cover, outer layer.
Life force.
Huh? Life force. Acha, okay. Good. Okay. Akash is something which holds things. Okay. How do I give an analogy? Say there is a bottle. So this bottle is holding the water. It is a container in which the contents are present. Okay. So the bottle is holding the water. what is holding the bottle? My hand.
Head.
My hand is holding the bottle. So what is holding me?
Akash.
Earth is holding.
Earth is holding you.
Earth is holding.
Earth.
What is holding Earth?
Space.
Akash is holding it.
Akash.
Absolute space.
No, empty space. There it is holding the Earth, and Earth is holding me, and I am holding the bottle, and the bottle is holding the water. So in essence, who is holding the water?
Akash.
Akash.
Akash is holding
Earth.
the water, which is inside the body. See, we can see it in this way. Who is holding everything? Earth, me, bottle, and the water. It is
Akash.
the space around that bottle, or the space around my body, the space around the earth is holding the object. Is it making sense?
Yes, sir.
Right? So, like there is a pen. Who is holding the pen in the sense? The space which is around this is holding it together. Forget my hand. Even if I keep it on the table, like imagine this is the table. So this is giving the content exists within the container, and Akash is the super container of everything. All containers are held by this super container called as Akash. Making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes? Did somebody say no? Okay, fine. So whatever is covering the human body and the subsystems of the human body, and this, it can go at multiple levels. Body is there, and one level you go, or we can talk it in this way. Give me a minute. What is the building block of human body?
Cells.
Cell is a
Cell,
Protein.
right? Okay. There may be more technical things, but we will try to keep it in a simple form. Cell, and combination of cells create
Tissues.
tissues, and combination of tissues create
Organ.
organs, and combination of organs create
Organ system.
Organ system.
organ system, and different organ systems put together creates
Human body.
human body.
Body.
So at all of these levels, there is covering which is required, right? Cell requires covering, tissues require covering, and organs require covering, organ systems require covering, and then the human body also requires covering. Okay, so the layers are present at all of these levels. The cover, so if you imagine a chocolate, chocolate has its own wrapper, right? And if some 100 chocolates are put in a bag, that bag has its own covering, right? And if say 10 bags, such bags are put in a carton box, that carton box has its own covering. And such carton box are put into some shipping container, the shipping container has its own covering, right? All of them have coverings, and the purpose of the covering at each level is different. And all of these coverings are considered as
Akash.
Akash. Making sense?
Yes, sir.
In human body, skin is our Akash.
Yes, skin is Akash, but no, I am trying to make you think at a one level deeper than that. So you should not just get restricted to skin, right? So the cell covering is also Akash, right? Say the heart is there. Heart as a covering, which we call it as pericardium.
Yes, sir.
Is that Akash or not?
Yes, sir.
It is the Akash for the heart. Right?
Basically, anything that is holding is Akash.
Anything which is holding, anything which is covering is Akash. So, on the basis of covering of body, organ, sub-organ, body parts, body is covered with skin. Okay, this is the first level of Akash. The skin is covering the entire body. Okay, organs are covered with serous membranes. Say, like for example, I gave you pericardium, which protects the organ. So even that is Akash. So, like heart has layers. Okay, endocardium, myocardium, and pericardium. Endocardium is the innermost layer, myocardium is the middle layer, and pericardium is the outermost. So in this context, what is Akash? The outermost
Pericardium.
layer. Pericardium is Akash. Okay, so the layers are all Akash. Then apart from that, what else is Akash? Say, imagine I'm holding the bottle. So there is water up to this level and this part is empty. This is water and this is empty. The empty part can also be considered as
Akash.
empty space, right? Whatever is empty, empty space can also be considered as Akash, empty space. So what is, say, between me and the computer? What is there? There is an empty
Space.
space, right? So this is Akash. The empty space is Akash. So the empty space inside the bottle is also Akash, right? So anything which is empty, has spaces inside the body, is Akash. And at a very superficial level, let's say, like say cavities in the
Bones.
holes in the body. Say, nose is there. I'm trying to show this. So there is space, empty space in the nose. Right? So what is this? This is Akash.
Akash.
Right?
Excuse me, sir.
So
I want to know why is that space? That space will be filled with air. Why is it not bath? Why is it not air?
we will come to air. Air can exist only when there is
Akash.
space for
Yes,
air.
yes, yes.
So if, say, imagine there is no water in the bottle. Okay, only air is there. Okay, if I keep on reducing the size of the bottle, okay, I keep on reducing and I make it 0, will the air be able to exist
No.
in 0 space?
No,
No, right?
no.
Only when the space exists, the air will flow in, right? So I am not talking about the air which has flown in. I am talking about the space which got created, which is holding that air. Okay. Making sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So wherever there is empty space in the human body, that is also called as Akash. Okay. What are those empty spaces? Say we have tubes, where the arteries and veins, where the blood is flowing. So those tubular structure, the empty space inside the tube is also Akash. And as I told, nose cavities, like sinus areas, the mouth, your gastrointestinal tract, and your chest cavity, your abdominal cavity, your pelvic area, all the cavities, spaces which is there, all of them are Akash.
Sir, what about nasal polyps?
What about?
Nasal polyps, will that also be one empty space?
Nasal polyp is something which is growing inside the space.
Oh, sorry. I meant something else actually. Oh, sorry, sir.
Okay. So we will come to it. It is more of earth growing in the space. Okay. So empty space, and it can be, it can go to much subtler level of thinking. Okay. So let's say if there is Okay, please, whenever you are not speaking, please mute yourself. There are some people who have unmuted, so please mute. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So let's say there is atom. Okay, you all know the structure of the atom. So there is nucleus, and inside that there is proton and neutron. Okay, so this is nucleus, and there is electrons which are circulating. There are electrons which are circulating around the nucleus. Okay, fine. So there is a space between neutron and electron, means nucleus and electron. There is some space, right? So, and there is a space between this orbit and this orbit. So even this space at a like cellular level or molecular level, this is also what? This is also called as
Akash.
Yes. Akash.
Akash. Okay, and let's say there is a cell, and inside that there is a nucleus, there is mitochondria, like there are other things in the cell. So this covering, which is covering the cell, is also Akash. So basically two things we have understood. Akash is
Covering.
external covering, and Akash also means empty
space.
spaces in the body. Okay, fine. It can be that empty space could be at cellular level or at a organ level, or no, at a organ system level. Fine. This is Akash. So there is pores in the skin. What is that pore considered as? It is also a hole.
Akash.
Tiny hole. There is so much of Akash inside, let's say, this skin, like further smaller layer. Okay, so all of this is Akash, and whenever there are problems in all of these things, so what do we treat? We treat which element? We treat
Akash.
Akash.
Okay, say, let's say for example, somebody is getting double chin. The skin is sagging. So what will you do to Akash? Increase or decrease?
Reduce.
We will reduce Akash, right? Because it is increasing. And let's say somebody's arteries, it is blocked, and it has become, the space for the blood to flow has become narrow. So what will you do to Akash?
Increase.
Open that space. Increase. Qualify.
Increase the space
We will
for
tone.
25.
We will tone Akash.
So we will tone, we will increase the space, we will increase the Akash. Okay. So similarly, for all the problems, wherever it is required, so you should know, should I increase the Akash or decrease the Akash. Okay. So next is, everybody is clear with Akash?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
सर एक क्वेश्चन
When
है
we decrease the Akash,
When do we decrease Akash? Say somebody has some kind of lump somewhere. So what do you do to space? Now, what do you want that lump to happen? Should the lump
Reduce.
should decrease, or
squeeze.
you have to squeeze it? So what should you do to the Akash
Reduce.
Will reduce the Akash.
to reduce the Akash?
So, but the lump will be earth, no? Earth element.
See, there are 10 different elements. I am only talking in terms of Akash. See, we have to reduce the earth also. But does it mean that you will only reduce earth and not do anything to other elements?
Okay.
Sir, in
how is the protocol created? Like 4, 5 sedate, 3, 6 stone. Does it anywhere say only 4 sedate or 5 sedate? That's it. No, right?
No.
It is a combination of multiple elements. Which you are modifying. Right? So that is why, but no, there are too many permutation and combination. So I'm only giving you, like, I'm teaching basics, no, ABCD. So just at that level.
clarity about Akash. Sir,
Right, so-
can you please say once again about artery block, because less space inside
Yeah.
will be sedated, Akash.
No, hold on. Don't get confused. See, there is an artery and something has blocked it. So what is happening? The space here is less. Now you have to increase the space. So what you do? You will tone. Those who are speaking without muting, you are disturbing the class. So you should mute yourself whenever you are talking. Or okay. So in this case, you have to tone Akash. Okay. And if there is some form of, say, lump which got created, now you have to reduce that lump. So what will you do? You will sedate Akash. So it will create a squeezing effect. When you start reducing the Akash, what happens? It starts squeezing and the lump starts. What will happen to the lump? The lump will start decreasing. So this is only in terms of Akash, but we will have to see depending on what all things we will have to do. So now this is also earth. So we will sedate earth. So it is earth. Also it will be, we will reduce. But how will you reduce earth? If I increase the fire, the earth will melt faster, right? So in that case, I will increase the fire also. Now these are all different permutation and combination, which I am not going into. I am only just talking about Akash at this point of time. Is it making skin? Is it making, say somebody has saggy skin. The skin is all sagging. What will you do to Akash?
Increase.
Reduce.
Sedate, sir.
Sedate.
Sedate Akash.
Sedate.
Reduce. Sedate.
बट सर अगर एक पर्सन के पास लंप भी हो और स्किन भी सैगिंग हो रही हो और आर्टरी ब्लॉक भी हो रही हो तो क्या करना चाहिए?
Who is that?
Skin sagging में tone.
No, who asked that question? No, Naam, tell me the name, no? Why? Kirti. Achha. So, see, there are so many thousands of permutation and combinations, no, lakhs of it. Now, if I go into that, I will not be able to cover the syllabus. Now, if somebody has this also, that also, that also, what will you do? What will you do?
Wherever it is increasing, we need to increase. Wherever we need to decrease, we need to decrease.
We have to understand the symptoms also and then apply.
Yeah. See, that is why you have different fingers, right?
Different location.
See, if there is problem in heart, you go to the heart finger and you increase the space there. Okay. And if it is no overall skin, no, you go to the skin joint and there you reduce it. No. So Ayurvedic acupressure gives you lot of controls, no specific control in one part of the area, like say if this is human body. Okay, so in this part, let's say heart. For this, there is a separate what?
Point.
Slash joint.
Joint.
Okay.
Little finger.
And there is some form of, say, lump here, like in the hand, let's say. Somebody has a lump in the arm, lump. And here there is blockage. So, for arm, you have a separate
Finger. Joint.
finger
Okay.
slash joint. Okay. So,
Okay.
in this, I will tone Akash, because I have to increase the space. Here I will sedate Akash. Okay, makes sense. Just because in one place you increased Akash, it doesn't mean every place it will increase. So it will work on that specific area. Just because you decreased it in some space, it doesn't mean that it will decrease overall. So you have decreased it in certain specific area. But if you want to decrease or increase overall, that also there is a provision given. So you have your Akash finger, right? You go to say overall in the body, you want to increase or decrease Akash overall. Overall Akash. When will you do that? Say somebody's height is less. Somebody's height is less and you want to increase the height of that person. Right? So what will you do? You will have to do at a whole body level, not at a organ level or a tissue level. What will you have to do? You have to increase the entire Akash. So overall Akash, you will have to tone. For example, when the height has to be increased. So now you will go to the Akash finger and then you will tone the Akash in the Akash finger.
Sir, but on which joint?
See, it will, there is Akash finger.
Yes.
So you go to the Akash finger and you will have to work it out there. Now, I will not give you protocol. I'm only giving you the concept. Okay. So this is one. So you have to see when you will increase the entire. So when I say height also, it means the width. Just height will not increase. To some amount, width will also increase. Okay. So when this bone is increasing, what will happen to this bone? It will stay only this much. That will also increase. Right?
Sir, please height का protocol बता दीजिए. Sir,
no. Who is that?
Sir,
Kalpana. So, no, this will deviate the class. See, there are so many 150 students and everybody wants one protocol for something which is very needed for them. Then if I keep doing that, then whole class will go in protocol. Okay.
Sir, is there any age limit, sir, for that?
See, if you do it in the growing age, it will give you better results. It doesn't mean that after certain age, like say after you cross that growing age, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, the result will be lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser. It doesn't mean that you don't have to, you cannot apply after you have crossed some age. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, for whole body, we were taught that we have to use a thumb when the treatment has to be given for the whole body.
See, there are lot of different ways of handling things. Okay, I am teaching you one particular way. Okay, on how to think. Okay, like which joint, which finger, you keep all of that aside. I'm only trying to give you, like, if you want to operate in one particular space, you have an option. If you want to operate at a holistic level, you still have an option for that. Okay, this is what I wanted to communicate.
Sorry, one more thing, like for increasing the bone, should we also increase the water because bone is connected with water?
See, when I come to bone, I will teach that. Okay. I'll be discussing bone also, like earth element. I'm only talking about Akash. So yes. So if I only imagine there is bone. Okay. Now I became very intelligent. Okay. So what I did, I increased the space. I increased the space. But I did not feel anything inside that space. What is bone? Bone is, let's say bone is
Hollow.
earth.
Hollow.
Earth element. Very simplistic way I'm trying to make you understand. So I just increased the container space, but I did not add any content into the container. You think the bone will grow?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Right. So, but I want to add the content, but I did not increase the size of the container. Will it grow?
No, sir. Both should be done.
So both the content and the container, both of them have to be increased. Right. So I am talking about the container now. It doesn't mean only container has to be increased. So I will have to add content into the container. That is earth element, water element, etc. Okay. Clear?
Only physical elements should be added or metaphysical also?
All of them have to be added.
Oh, yeah. According to requirement.
As and when required. Okay. Everybody is clear with the concept?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is about Akash. Next is about Vayu. So what is Vayu in terms of human body?
The movement or change.
Movement.
What is Vayu? Vayu is
Activity.
Activity, movement.
yes. Basic functionality of Vayu is the fundamental thing about Vayu is it moves.
To move.
Air moves. Movement. Right? So any type of movement in the body is related to what?
Vayu.
Related to Vayu. When I say all type of movement, I mean all type of movement. every type of movement in the human body is related to Vayu. What are the different types of movements? Say my hand is moving. This is a external movement. Okay. My eyelids are blinking. That is also movement. My lips, my mouth is moving. That is also movement. My heart is beating. That is also movement. The blood is flowing throughout the body. That is also movement. The air is moving through my lungs. That air is also movement. Okay. And the nerve impulse from the brain is flowing through the nerves and getting, it is passing through the nerves. Say when I touch, the signal of the touch flows from here, skin, back to the brain. So this impulse or the data movement or the signal movement, information movement is also Vayu, right? So whenever there is, and say your thoughts are moving, you are sitting, say I am sitting, but my thoughts are moving. So what is making my thoughts move?
Vayu.
Is the Vayu.
Vayu.
If there is excess Vayu in the brain or in the mind, what will happen?
Thoughts will be more.
Restlessness.
You will start overthinking. You will become
hyperactive.
You will become hyper, very easily irritable. Too much of excessive thoughts, too much of Vayu in the mind. And if the Vayu in the mind is very less, thoughts are not at all moving, what do you call it as?
Sedentary lifestyle.
Stationary.
Moving towards depression.
Dullness.
Depression.
Right? What is depression? Low. Your mind is not functioning. It is just sitting. Thoughts are not flowing. No? So either too less Vayu or too high Vayu is problematic.
So what are compulsive thoughts? Like they are continuously thinking, but the thoughts are not changing. Repeated same thing.
Repeated same thing. Like Vayu with something else. Say it is repeated with anger. Somebody insulted you. No, you want to take revenge. What is there? Agni. Please mute yourself. Say anger is there. No, with anger things are moving. So anger is heat, fire, and that fire is making, the air move faster. So you will have to handle both fire and air. So there are a lot of permutation and combination. Okay. So you will evolve as a therapist and try to understand all these complexities, as you grow further in this field, in this science. Okay. Clear? Is it making sense? Please respond. Say somebody's GIT, they ate food, but it is not moving properly. It is getting stuck. What should you do?
Increase Vayu.
Increase Vayu.
Vayu, right? So you have to increase Vayu. And what is the property of Vayu? Whenever air is blowing, it
moves.
It moves, and also it
Carries
dries.
things with it.
Say you have some wet towel. So what do? You put it under the fan.
Dries.
It dries.
Dryness.
Vayu, it dries things. Like it dries your towel, your clothes. Similarly, it can dry the body. If there is too much of Vayu, what will happen? The skin will become
dry.
Become dry. So if there is dry skin, what will you do to Vayu? You will increase it or decrease it?
Decrease.
Will decrease.
You will decrease.
Decrease.
Okay. So somewhere in nervous system, the impulses are not reaching. So what will you do to the Vayu?
Will decrease.
Increase.
Huh?
Increase.
Increase. And there is in some place there is excessive stimulation. Too much of stimulation. What will you do?
Decrease the Vayu.
Will decrease.
Is the Vayu. Okay. Making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Somebody is having constipation. The stool is not moving. What will you do to Vayu?
Increase Vayu.
Will increase Vayu. And somebody is having loose motion. Too much of movement.
Decrease Vayu.
Decrease Vayu.
Vayu.
It's easy, right?
Yes, sir.
Or difficult?
No, sir, you are making it easy.
But the side effect of increasing Vayu is dryness. So in constipation, it is giving dryness also, which again increases constipation.
No, it depends. See, constipation is because it can be because of multiple reasons. You have to, not all constipations are the same. There are so many varieties of constipation. Say if the blood is not getting supplied to large intestine, so it will not be able to create the peristaltic movement, then you can have constipation. If the water is less, then the stool can become hard, then also it will create constipation. If the heat is more, that will dry out the water and make the stool hard, then also it can create constipation. If the Vayu is less, it will not be able to move the stool, then also it can create constipation. There are, say, the nerve impulse from the brain is not reaching the large intestine through the spinal column. Say if there is some injury or some disc herniation in the spine, in the lower part of the spine, then also it can create constipation.
Sir, if there is a prolonged loose motion, it is like getting reduced for some time with some medication. But if after some time again it is starting for a long time, for at least 6-8 months, so then what should be the thing we should treat LI?
What should you do? What should you do?
I could not.
You should diagnose. That is the answer.
The weight is getting low. The person is weight is losing, and he's feeling like
you are telling me there is ABCD problem, and you are asking me what should be done.
Yes.
Do you think it is a fair question to ask?
Actually, not here, but it's like when we are talking about constipation and loose motion, that's why I asked.
No. See, I am telling there can be so many different causes for constipation or loose motion. Now, I don't know what is the problem with the person.
Okay.
Why there is motion for so many months? I don't know the age, I don't know the gender, I don't know what other comorbidities which is there, means other problems which is there. How can I give a solution? Is it responsible? Is it not irresponsible on my part to be giving solutions or protocols without understanding the problem?
Yes, sir.
Right? Do you want me to be irresponsible or responsible?
No. Please increase your volume. Your volume is very less. Sorry.
What about others? Others, you are all able to hear me properly?
Yes, sir. I am comfortable, sir.
Fine.
Yeah, so you will have to increase
Yeah,
volume.
we all are comfortable, sir.
You have to increase volume on your side.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Sir, one more thing I want to ask, sir. Like, for example, if there is less of synovial fluid in knee joint, this is also a Vayu issue because their dryness is created. Example in joints.
See, because I am talking about Vayu, I am emphasizing on Vayu. It doesn't mean it is always with Vayu.
Okay.
Right? So you have to decrease Vayu and increase something. What is that?
Water.
Synovial fluid is less.
Water.
You have to increase water.
We'll have to increase gel.
Okay.
Right. So just because I am teaching Vayu, I am emphasizing more on Vayu. Okay, is it becoming clearer?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so peristaltic movement is also Vayu. Like your movement in the arteries is also Vayu. All kinds of movement is related to Vayu. Say if there is excessive nerve impulses, then you will reduce Vayu. Okay. Say if there is nerve related pain, say pain related to nerve, then what do we do to Vayu?
Decrease.
We decrease Vayu, sedate Vayu.
Sedate Vayu. Okay. Because the pain has to be reduced. There is too much of sensations or activities which are happening inside the nerve. So I want to reduce that. Okay. So
we can correlate it like when there is pain, there is Agni in the body, and Vayu will enhance the Agni.
You can think in that way. Say for example, there is a fire in the forest. So if the wind blows, what will happen to the fire?
Increase.
It will decrease or increase?
Increase.
It will increase. The whole forest will start catching fire from one tree to another. The fire will increase when the wind is blowing. That is at large quantity. Say if you have a candle and if the wind blows, will the fire increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Fire will go away.
Decrease.
It will blow away.
It will blow off the candle, right? So when the fire, when there is a candle and if you blow the air on birthdays, what do? You blow the candle, it goes off. So it depends. If the problem is a small problem related to Agni, I can increase the Vayu and get the Agni off. But if it is a large Agni, then I should not increase Vayu. I should increase Jal to compensate the reduce the Agni, and I have to decrease the Vayu. Is it making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So basically, if we take acute problems, so we can take Vayu, and for chronic problems, we should take Jal.
No. Not chronic and acute. So sometimes for chronic, we have to take all the elements from, and sometimes in acute also we have to take all the elements. But everything is depends. That is the answer. Depends on the problem. So you have to develop the ability of understanding the problem and understanding the problem in terms of these 10 elements. Only then you will be able to create the protocol, right? Else you will always depend on others to give you protocol.
So in case of, if there is inflammation in the body, inflammation is signified by fire. And if there is inflammation in the body, what do we do? If we increase Vayu, will Vayu dry the inflammation, or because it is fire, inflammation is fire, it will increase the inflammation?
Enhance the inflammation.
Enhance the inflammation.
See, inflammation is, in all types of problems, there is one primary element and there are secondary elements.
Yeah.
Say when there is dryness in the skin, what is the primary element?
Vayu is the primary.
Vayu is primary element. Now there is inflammation somewhere. So what is the primary element there?
Agni.
Primary element there is Agni. Fire more. That is inflammation. Right. So now I should work in terms of the primary element first and then work on the secondary elements. So what should I do when there is inflammation? First, what should I do?
Reduce the
Reduce the fire.
Reduce the fire.
and increase what?
Jal. Increase jal.
See, jal.
Yeah.
Okay. That is the first step, fundamental step. Then, depending on the situation, should I modify the Vayu or not? I will have to decide later.
Got it.
These are all secondary, tertiary situations. Okay.
Got it. Yeah. Very nicely handled. Thank you.
Okay. So, you all are clear about
Yes.
Vayu?
Yes, sir.
Here,
Yes,
till
sir.
here. Yeah.
So, next is Agni, fire. So, what is the purpose of Agni?
Digesting,
Transformation.
digestion,
Chemical changes.
chemical reactions,
Chemical
Maturity.
Metabolism.
radiance,
Maturity. Growth.
Chemical activities.
growth. Okay.
Remove toxins.
Chemical activities.
Excellent. So it makes things. Say the one more important thing about Vayu is it is the somebody is having.
Your voice is breaking.
If you are hearing background noises in your ear, it means that we also are hearing. Okay, so you have to mute that. See, another important thing is about Vayu is the initiator of a process. Okay, say now there is your ovary is there. Okay. Let's say your ovary is there. Now there is egg inside the ovary. Okay, there is egg. So when a female is born, she is born with the entire eggs that she will release for her rest of the life. She is born with the set of eggs. She doesn't manufacture new eggs in her. So she's born with the entire set of the eggs. It's just that that egg will mature and come out. Okay, so now the egg is there and the egg has to come out. So this process has to be initiated, right? The egg has to mature and it has to come out. So who initiates that process?
Vayu.
It is the Vayu.
Vayu.
Vayu because of movement?
Yes, it is the first initiator. Okay, so anything which has to get initiated, say now there is something the brain has to, let's say a gland is there. It has to give the signal for another gland to release some hormone, right? So either like for so many purposes, activities. So that initiation of sending that, stimulate TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. So that initial stimulation is provided by what? Provided by
Vayu.
It initiates the process. And once initiated, the continuation is done by something else. The initiation, the trigger is provided by Vayu. Okay. So now when the problem comes, you have to understand what is missing. Is the trigger missing or the trigger is coming, but the process which continues, that is missing, right? So depending on the problem, if the trigger is missing, then you will increase the Vayu. If the continuation process is missing, so you will increase those continuation processes.
For example, Akash or other elements
No,
or
no.
metaphysical elements.
Let's say you are, like say you have a gas stove. You have a gas stove, right? So what do? So there is a knob and you have a
Lighter.
You have a lighter. Okay. Now there is gas coming from the cylinder. You turn on the knob. What is coming out from the
LPG gas.
Vayu is coming out.
Only gas is coming.
Yeah.
The LPG gas is coming. But what is missing?
Initiate.
The initiator, the spark is missing. And who gives that spark? In this example,
Vayu.
Agni.
Lighter. In this example, I'm giving you an example to understand. So the lighter gives that spark. Once the lighter gives that spark, what will this LPG gas get converted into? It will
Agni.
get into
Fire.
flame. Right? So for me to get a flame, what is important? The
Lighter and gas.
trigger is first is trigger. Okay, and gas is also important. So I need trigger as well as the gas. So if trigger is there but gas is not there, will I get flame?
No.
No, sir.
The gas is there but the trigger is not there. Will I get the flame?
No, sir.
So I should have both gas and the trigger. Right? So in the body's case, the trigger is
Vayu.
and the once you trigger it, you don't require the lighter. No, the continuation process will take care of it. So the gas in terms of the body is all other elements.
Exactly. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Clear? You all are okay? Did you all understand it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Only one
Yes.
person is telling yes out of
Yes, sir. Everyone
Yes,
is
yes,
saying
sir.
that, sir. The
Sir,
concept
every
you are
time we have to
explaining
unmute
is
them.
to that.
Understood very clearly, sir.
Type. If you don't want to unmute, type. Okay. Okay. So this time is convenient for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
The time is
Yes,
convenient?
sir.
Okay. Fine.
8 to 9:30 is very much comfortable, sir. We will
It is
finish all
comfortable.
our professional work and can sit with the class.
So this takes care of Vayu.
So for me, if it is a little more delayed, that will be even more comfortable. But this is also okay.
This is also okay. For whom?
Seema.
Seema. Okay. So we cannot make a time which is suitable for everyone. So we will have to see what is max, which suits
Sir.
maximum people. So we'll have to use that.
Sir, I have a question with that.
Mhm.
एक्चुअली आपने कहा कि लाइटर भी वो ट्रिगर भी चाहिए और वो भी चाहिए वो लेकिन दोनों का सेम ही प्रोसेस है दोनों के बिना एक दूसरे के बिना हम लोगों का जो है संभव नहीं हो पाएगा तो दोनों इनिशिएटर भी हुए दोनों प्रोसेसर भी हुए
No. Processor, how processor? Like once you ignite the fire with the lighter, do you require the lighter?
No, but initiator is a lighter also and gas also. If gas is not there, we can't use the lighter.
See, in the initial process, I'm just trying to make you differentiate how starter works and something continuation. So you require gas in the beginning and later also, but you require lighter only in the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So similarly, in some process of the body, you require Vayu only in the beginning.
Okay.
Right? The
Thank you.
initiator.
Sir, one more thing, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, all the voluntary and involuntary actions are you need a voice, sir.
Yeah. In say, I want to move the hand. Without Vayu, can I move the hand? What is paralysis? Paralysis is what?
More
Lack
of
of
movement.
movement.
Loss of
Lack of
movement.
lack
Lack
of
of
Vayu.
movement.
Yeah,
Lack
the
of
Vayu,
Vayu.
the Vayu is restricted. So
Yeah.
the movement is not happening.
Okay.
Right? So you require Vayu for both voluntary and involuntary. Like I'm telling you, all movement.
Okay.
No movement can happen in the body without Vayu. Okay?
Sir,
But
in
one
paralysis, as you told, first the tongue will be moving lot and then the paralysis happened, they say, no? So then there is more of Vayu, right? First.
yeah, I was going to ask the same
See,
thing
there is
because
excess Vayu, or say there you have a building. No, imagine there is a hut. Okay, lot of Vayu came. Now what happened to the hut?
It shakes.
The roof goes off.
It may
fell
go
off.
off.
It fell off. So
Yes.
similarly, there is lot of Vayu and it is hitting the brain. And
Okay.
some part of the brain got what?
Destroyed or
Damaged.
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 Because of excess Vayu. So now what will happen to the Vayu? It will not be able to move properly because there is a damage.
Okay.
Right? Okay, fine. So there has to be a balance between the questions and the class. Fine. Next is Agni. Agni is the main purpose of Agni is transformation. Say, what is human body? It is basically
Combinations of all the 10 elements.
Is basically food that we have eaten, which got converted into something else.
Energy.
Right. Say, what is a fruit? Okay. What is, like, say, let's say banana. You just hold on for a moment. Say, I have a pomegranate in my hand. It is a fruit. What is this in terms of? This is
food.
This
It's a
is
final
basically earth, soil. Is basically soil, which is transformed into something different. It basically came from earth. It is earth, and it will go back to earth. Right? Once it rots, what will it become? It will become
Earth again.
It will become earth. Yeah. So it came from earth and it will go back to earth. So what is this? What can come out of earth? Earth only, right?
Transformation.
Transformation of
only earth can come out of earth, right? So the earth is transformed into the fruit, and the water is transformed into the juices inside the fruit. Right? Making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now, for this to happen, what is required?
Agni.
The sunlight.
Yes.
the fire from the sun is required. So when the fruit is ripening, it means what? It is being
Transformed.
Transformed.
cooked by
Agni.
Sunlight. Sunlight.
and the fruit is ripening, means it is getting cooked by the sun.
Sunlight.
So for
Sunlight or heat.
yes, the heat. So for it to convert from one, say, raw fruit into a ripe fruit, what is required?
Heat.
Heat.
Agni is required. So transform from raw to ripe, you require Agni.
Agni.
So to convert from like previous stage, you require Agni. So Agni is something which transforms one thing into another. Okay.
And again, from ripened fruit to rotten fruit, again, Agni is also required.
Yes.
It is
If
excess.
it's not there, it will not rot. So that is what I have kind of shown here. So for any kind of transformation to happen, say now, let's say, imagine I have a pen. If I want to move the pen, I require
Force. Push.
I require Vayu.
Wind.
Vayu.
I require Vayu to move the pen. But if I want to transform the pen, say
Agni is required.
Heat.
Agni. Agni.
Right? I require, if I put it into Agni, what will happen? It will melt. Right? So it will transform. So for any kind of transformation to happen, what is transformation? From one to another.
From one form to another form.
One form to another form, if you have to transform, you require Agni, without which it will not happen. Okay. So I generally give this example. Say you have your finger. No, you put your finger in the space. I am using my finger in the space. Is any change happening to my finger?
No.
Sir.
No.
It is the same. Now I am using the finger in the air. Like say I blow air to my finger. Is there any change in the finger?
No.
No change. Now I dip the finger in the water and take it out. Is there any change in the finger?
No.
I dip the finger in the sand, that is earth, and take it out. Is there any change in the finger?
No.
No change. But like in all the four elements, no change. But if I put the finger in the fire and take it out, is there any change?
It will red or black.
Does it actually change? Like the color has changed, it has turned into black. It was soft, now it has become hard. No, bleeding is happening, pain is happening. All kind of transformation happened just because I put the finger into the
Agni.
fire, Agni. So Agni is something which transforms one to another. And you require this Agni in different organs, in different intensities, and in different forms. Okay. So Agni provides it provides the heat, and the digestion is because of what? Jataragni, the fire in the
because of the Agni.
GIT.
GIT is Jataragni, which transforms the food. Okay. And the Agni is present in the form of acid over there. Okay. And the radiance in the face, the glow, comes through Agni. If somebody's face is very dull and pale, what is happening? The Agni is not reaching the face. Okay. And if somebody's face is red, no, what is happening?
Agni is excess.
Excess Agni. When somebody is in anger, too much of anger, what happens?
Excess Vayu and Agni.
Excess Agni, so it becomes red and glowing. Okay, you don't want that glow. You want natural glow. Okay, that is the balanced Agni. So all of the good complexion, okay, comes through good Agni, no, the balanced Agni. All of these things are the properties of the Agni. And in terms of human body, what is Agni? Say in your stomach, it is the stomach acids are Agni. Okay, and the body temperature is Agni. How is the body temperature getting created? Through, like at cellular level, if we think, it is the ATP functions which is happening at the cellular level. It is generating the heat. Okay, and the enzymes and hormones are also form of Agni.
Agni.
Say if somebody's thyroid hormone is less, what will you do to the Agni?
Tone.
So you will tone the Agni.
Tone the Agni.
That is hypothyroid. And if somebody has hyperthyroid, the
Will sedate
hormone
Agni.
is more.
Sedate.
So we sedate Agni. And if somebody's gastric juice is more, excess gastric juice is getting released.
Sedate Agni.
Sedate Agni.
Sedate Agni.
Sedate
And
Agni.
somebody's acids are less, so we will
Increase and
Tone Agni.
increase Agni.
tone
Tone
Agni.
Agni.
And somebody's adrenal is hypoactive, no, less adrenal is there. So what
Then
will be?
we'll tone Agni.
Tone.
We'll
Tone.
tone it.
Okay, and if somebody's adrenal is very high, so what will we do?
Will sedate Agni.
Sedate.
So
Sedate.
if somebody's testosterone is less, what will we do to the Agni?
We have to
We
tone.
will tone the Agni. If somebody's testosterone is very high, what will we do?
We will sedate.
Decrease Agni. And in terms of, say, lactating mother, so no, what is that hormone which creates
Luteinizing hormone.
Prolactin.
prolactin?
Prolactin, sorry.
Yeah. So if the if the milk is not getting secreted properly, what do you do to Agni?
Tone.
You
We'll
will
tone
tone
Agni.
to increase the prolactin. So if there is excess milk which is getting
Here we
produced,
will take gel also, no? For lactation.
I'm teaching Agni. Why are you getting confused all the time? It is not, whenever I say Agni, it doesn't mean only Agni. I have to also deal with other elements. No, I will not be able to tell everything every time. No, just because I'm teaching Agni, I'm concentrating on Agni. Like if I take Jal, I will take the same example. So if the lactation is to be increased, what you have to do? You have to
Tone
increase
Jal.
Tone
Tone
Agni.
Jal.
tone Jal
And
also. See, there are so many different ways of perceiving a problem. Say, same problem, same patient goes to 10 different therapists. And 10 different therapists will give 10 different protocols for the same problem. Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why? Because 10 different people see the same problem in 10 different ways.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right? So now if I am seeing the problem as prolactin hormone, if I am thinking at the level of hormone, then I will tone Agni. But if I am only thinking in terms of milk, then what will I do? I will
Tone Jal.
I will
Tone
tone
Jal.
Jal, I will tone earth, all of those things I will do. No? So if you can tone Jal and earth and also tone your prolactin hormone, then will it give you a better result?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir, definitely.
So you
Yes,
should
sir, very much.
you should have that capability or the breadth and width and depth of thinking on how to manage different elements in different circumstances. Right? So like say 10 different patients with, let's say five patients are there, and all the 5 patients have the same problem of low milk secretion. Will I give the same protocol for all the 5?
No.
Depend on their condition only.
Depends upon the diagnosis, we arrive at some protocols for that. For 5 different protocols may be there.
So there may be 5 totally different protocols for the same problem. So in that way, this is the refinement of diagnosis that you have to have. Okay. So you cannot be stuck in your thinking always. So this problem is this protocol, this problem is this protocol. No. So you have to see what is the problem, and based on that, you should be able to create the protocol. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, please mute others, sir. They
No,
forget to mute.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
So you have to adjust sometimes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So this is your enzymes, your hormones, your acids, all of that are representation of Agni in the body. Okay. Agni exists in the form of hormone. Agni exists in the form of enzymes. Agni exists in the form of body temperature. Agni exists in the form of acids in the body. Okay. And say metabolism. It is catabolism plus anabolism. No, that is conversion process. So catabolism is removing things, separating things. Anabolism is combining things. So when you remove something from something, it is changed. No, the original element has changed. And when you add something to something, then also things have changed. So the conversion is happening. So in this, for both catabolism and anabolism, the
Agni.
so like, see, you can take the screenshot. No, I will not be sending the
Sir, sorry to disturb. There is that gas stove coming on the screen.
Oh, sorry. I have to change. Now is okay?
Thank you, sir.
So body temperature, enzymes, hormones, acids, the conversion process, and intimacy. Okay. So in Sanskrit, it is told as, say, Kamagni and Krodagni. Okay. The fire is required for Kam and Krodh. So if there is excessive impulse for somebody for intimacy, so what does it indicate? It indicates that that person has what? Excessive
Agni. Fire.
Agni. So in that case, you have to sedate,
reduce fire.
Sedate Agni. And somebody has very low interest. Okay. So in those kind of a person, what should you do? You have to
increase Agni.
Increase Agni.
Agni. And if somebody is getting easily angry very easily,
Reduce Agni.
you have to reduce Agni. Okay. And somebody is, see, there has to be a proper amount of anger. So when there is a needed, when something is needed, you should be able to express that anger. It should not be that you can't get angry at all. No, it should not be that. So if somebody is not able to express that anger, means there is a problem, but they can't express it. So what do you have to do to Agni? You have to
Tone.
You have to tone.
Increase.
Tone the Agni. Like somebody who is very, very submissive, very timid. What do you have to do to that kind of personality?
Increase
Tone
Agni.
the Agni. Okay. And this is at a physical level. And at metaphysical level, how should be the relationship? Warm or cold?
Warm.
Warm.
The relationship should be warm. So if the relationship it is very cold, then you have to
Increase the Agni.
increase the Agni. And if there is too much of fire in the relationship, what should
We have
you
to
do?
set it.
Reduce.
And the sharpness of the intellect. Somebody's intellect is very sharp. They are able to judge. And somebody's sharpness is very, like, it's very low, dull. They can't decipher. No, is this right? This is wrong. Is this correct or incorrect? No, if when I go to a shop, is the person cheating me or not cheating me? Is this a genuine or a duplicate? That kind of discerning ability of the intellect, if it is less, then what should you do to
increase the Agni?
And somebody is excessive about everything. No, why did you do this? This is too much. This is no. Somebody is extremely compulsive. No. Just give me a moment. So there has to be a balance between logic and emotions. Okay. So if somebody is very, very, very logical, too much of logic, then what should you do to the Agni of that person?
Decrease.
You have to decrease. And some person has very low logic, too much of emotions. Then what should you do to that person? You have to
increase the Agni.
Okay. So I have given an example over here. Say there is food.
Sir, sorry. When the person is very emotional, we should decrease Agni, right?
So when the person is very, very emotional, what should you do?
Increase Agni.
You have to increase the Agni so that the logic also increases.
Okay, sir.
So, see, I'm teaching you at a very, like, I'm only teaching you at the kindergarten level. ABCD. Now you have to go to PhD level. So imagine the level of journey you have to make. Okay. So I am considering all of you to be at the kindergarten level of learning Ayurvedic acupressure, and I am teaching A, B, C, D. The way A for apple, B for ball. That is what I am teaching you. So this is Agni. You have to tone Agni. You have to sedate Agni. So it doesn't mean that it is complete knowledge. The more you grow, the more refinement comes. So many new perspective comes. More depth comes. Right? So I have given here the picture of ice cubes, which are keeping the just give me a moment. The fruits are not rotting, right? When you freeze the fruits, what will happen? Will it rot?
No, sir. No, sir.
No,
Why?
it'll just stay as it is.
It stays as it is. Why? Because you have taken out the Agni. So you have taken the Agni out. So the transformation process of slow rotting, that is conversion from one to another, you have stopped.
Will not happen.
You have stopped it, taking the Agni out. Say if there is, some egg in the ovary and it is not maturing and coming out. So what is happening there? It is
lack of Agni.
No, it is not getting ripened. The egg is not
Lack of Agni in it.
Increase Agni.
So what should you do? You have to
Increase Agni.
Increase
the Agni
Agni.
so that the eggs ripen properly. Okay. And some places there is too much of the monthly cycles is happening, like instead of once a month, it is happening once in 15 days. Too much of releasing of the eggs. So what should you do?
Decrease
You have
Agni.
to decrease the Agni. Okay. Concept is becoming okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So and out of Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So Agni creates Pitta. Okay. So it is very important to, like, there are Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal. So these two together creates
Vata.
These two put together creates
Pitta.
Pitta.
And these two put together creates
Kapha.
Kapha.
So Agni is exclusively present only in
Pitta.
Pitta.
Agni is not present in Vata. Agni is not present in Kapha. It is present only in Pitta. Okay. So this is what I am trying to emphasize on this slide. Okay. So we have
So, sir, anything of hotness or coldness is related to Pitta, we can correlate?
See, anything related to hotness is
hotness or coldness in the body.
No. Anything related to coldness, you have to relate
Hotness or coldness. Hotness is Agni and coldness is Jal, na?
Yes.
It is related to Pitta.
Yes, in that way, yes, you can consider hot and cold. Okay, so that is Agni and Jal. Okay, in that way, you can correlate it.
Oh.
So, like, say, what is cold?
Cold is lack of Agni in it.
Cold
Or
is
increase of
Lack of Agni.
Lack of Agni is like, say, I'll go back to that slide. So what is, say, okay. So what is hot? Hot is
Agni.
equal to
Agni.
excess
heat.
fire or lack of
water.
Jal or water.
So in TCM, we call this as full heat.
Yes.
And this is all as empty heat.
Empty heat.
Okay. And what is cold? Excess
Gel.
Excess water or gel.
Or lack of
heat.
Lack of heat.
Lack of heat.
In TCM, we call this as
Empty full heat.
full cold.
Full coldness.
And we call this as empty cold. Empty cold. So another name for empty heat is what?
Lack of water.
Indeficiency in terms of TCM. Empty heat is also called as indeficiency. Or lack of water is called as indeficiency. And lack of heat or empty cold is also called as what?
Yang deficiency.
Yang deficiency.
Yang deficiency in TCM. Okay.
These are good examples.
Right. Great. So I have taken 10 extra minutes. I hope you all enjoyed.
Sir. One
Please,
small doubt.
please get the slide back, please. I
One-
shall
Sir,
take.
please put little highlight on Vata, Pitta, Kapha, sir. Like why Akash and
What?
I want
Please share the
little
screen.
light on the Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Why Akash and Vayu is Vata and why Agni and Jal is Pitta.
So we will discuss this on another class.
Okay, sir.
Time
Okay.
is over.
Okay, sir.
So whoever wanted to make a note, they have made a note of this.
Yes, sir. Just 2 minutes more, sir.
2 minutes.
Sir, taking screenshot.
Take a screenshot of it.
That is okay.
Important.
Sir, I have one doubt. Can I clear this?
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, my confusion was when I compare TCM with Ayurvedic.
Mhm.
In Ayurvedic, it says Akash, the yin and yang organs are lungs and digestion. Is this correct, sir?
The yin and yang organ is what?
In Akash, it says lungs and large intestine. Is that correct?
See, you should not compare TCM and
Okay.
So
But is this correct,
Ayurvedic is a different way of thinking and TCM is a different way of thinking. There are some correlations. No, say I'm correlating now here, full heat, empty heat and all. So there are some correlations, but you cannot correlate everything.
Okay. Because Jal and Prithvi, it is matching with like water and
see, there is no
earth.
there is no Akash in TCM.
They call it metal or something.
No. There is metal and wood.
Correct.
No, it is Akash called as metal or Akash called as wood. We will not get into that. So there is no Akash.
Okay.
Okay. So there is like 5 separate elements in TCM and the separate elements in Ayurveda. We try to see Ayurveda in terms of Ayurveda and we see TCM as in terms of TCM. Only then you will get the clarity. And when your ability to analyze and understand has gone quite high, then you will be able to see the correlations here and there.
Yeah. My doubt was like, see, when we say Agni, the yin and yang organs are liver and gallbladder. But Agni means fire. So in fire, we say heart and small intestine.
Yeah, see, that is what there is.
And here we say Vayu. So that was my, yeah.
So it is separate. So you will not be able to merge 2 different things. They are separate.
It's the only confusion, that's all. Thank you for clarity.
Welcome.
सर
Yes,
वायु
sir.
वाला जो क्लिप है वो पेज दिखा दीजिए उसका स्क्रीनशॉट लेना है
What were you doing when I was showing it?
हेलो बोल रहे थे
This is what you want?
वायु वाला दिखाइए सर
मैं वायु वाला ही है
डबल चेन
You want this, Akash?
नो सर वायु वायु का ओनली ओके थैंक यू
Okay, so thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for making things
you,
very
sir.
clear.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hold on.
Tomorrow also we have the same continuation class at same time, 8 to 9:30.
Yes,
And even on Sunday we have this continuation class of the same at 8 to 9:30. But on Sunday morning 11 to 12:30 we have 4th semester TCM. That is Extraordinary Vessels by Sangeeta Burmanji, and evening 4 to 5:30 Sangeeta Burmanji will take 3rd semester Dr. Wol's electro-acupressure according to Wol. Okay, you can learn a lot by attending all the classes. On behalf of every one of you, I thank Krishnamurti for his analytical skill. He will be able to analyze in detail, in depth. Every aspect of the subject is covered so beautifully. And my heartfelt thanks to him for conducting in an excellent manner. See, I tell you, these classes, it will be evergreen in your memory if you listen to him. Please attend all the classes and take advantage. We are here to support you. See, not only for examination, to know the subject deeply. And I can assure you, after 3 days, you will be able to prepare a protocol in Ayurvedic concept on your own, because all the 10 elements characteristic features will be described thoroughly. So, and it's a very tough job, because if we want to learn this on our own, it takes too much of time. He has put tremendous efforts, hundreds of hours of learning, and is giving it to us in a silver spoon, I should say. So, on behalf of every one of you, I thank you once again, and we'll catch up tomorrow. There will be no reminders. Please come. You can invite interested students also, so let them also learn something.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you,
sir.
Thank you, sir, to you also.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Same meeting ID.
Good night.
Same meeting ID.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, the ID will be the same.
Sir, we'll get the recordings.
Sir, both of
Thank you,
you,
sir.
thank you very much for giving us a very good knowledge. With our thank is nothing in front of your knowledge. But even then, we are blessed to have you both.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure,
Thank
our-
you very much.
Great. Have a good night and meet you all tomorrow.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.